but unfortunately the statistics will tell you otherwise. If we go back to prior to 2000, we had 1 or 2 or 3 dogs coming into rescue. After that, the numbers started to grow. From about 2000 to 2002, we were averaging 5, 6, 7 a year. Starting at 2003, we hit 7, one of the biggest numbers for us. 2004, 36. 2005, 98. Can't tell you for 2006 yet, except that almost on a daily basis we hear about another Leo. I have to say that we really appreciate all your support, but the numbers tell us that we continually need your support. If you'd stop at our booth, and you can visit all the new shining faces that are now in their new forever homes. You can make a donation there, that would be great. Go over to our website, Leonberger-rescue.com, or is it .org, sorry about that. I'm not too computer savvy. And then maybe you can find your special way to help. And now, we're going to bring out some of our rescues. Sophie, otherwise known as Goonette, is a litter maid to Chaucer, also known as Goon. Sophie needed a new home when her owners had to move to Hawaii for military purposes. Her breeder called us, and she gladly took her in. Andy loves her like a daughter, and she came to her just before her 3rd birthday. She's now 6 and a half. And she says, Brian and I just can't imagine life without our Sophie girl.
Just like to say that these are handmade Hawaiian leis made by a friend of mine, and they were flown in from Hawaii. The next dog that we'll bring up is my own little Lucy, who is dearly loved by my husband and I, Darren. So Darren, if you bring up Lucy, please.
Lucy was born in a puppy mill in Ohio and sold to another mill in Oklahoma in deplorable and unmanageable conditions. At age 1, Lucy and a group of other Leos were finally rescued. Lucy was malnourished, weighing only 50 pounds. She was diagnosed with Ehrlichia, fleas, ear mites, hookworms, whipworms, bad tartar, and conjunctivitis. She was extremely shy and fearful around all humans. After spending several weeks in foster care, Leo Rescue sent Lucy to her forever home. Cindy and Darren had already had 2 dogs, Paisley and Kingston. Today, Lucy delights in running, romping, and playing with Kingston and Paisley, hiking in the woods, chasing squirrels, swimming anywhere she can find water, and eating with enthusiasm. Giving big, wet Leo kisses to her daddy and going to work each day with Mom. Best of all, in true Leonberger style, she enjoys a nap on her back with all 4 paws up in the air.
Now, Ani, who was also rescued with Lucy, who is owned and loved by Sherry Sheridan.
Ani lives with Sherry and Duck Sheridan in Bend, Oregon, on their llama farm. She does daily chores, including hiking out with the llamas each day. She was rescued in November '05 from an Oklahoma puppy mill, where she lived for her first 9 months. And doesn't like stairs.
famous Jake, who you may have read about on the Leo list, and Elizabeth, who is owned and loved by Jim and Peggy Walker. If you could bring them both up together, please.
Miss Elizabeth came to us at a tender age of 15 weeks when she was rehomed by her breeder because the children in her first family were terrified of this huge puppy. She slotted right into our family and into our hearts and has never looked back. Elizabeth taught us to sharpen our training skills, as one national trainer put it. The good news is, Elizabeth is a genius in the dog world. And the bad news is, Elizabeth is a genius in the dog world. Dealing with a genius dog has been fun, interesting, and quite a ride. And as I say, hail to the Queen. Jake was born into Ohio Puppy Mill, and along with his 4 siblings was sold to a mill in Missouri. From there, he and his siblings were sold at a notorious puppy mill auction to an individual who handed the dogs over to Leo Rescue. He came to our family in October of last year in starved condition, no muscle mass, and almost unable to walk. He had to be carried everywhere when he first came. However, Gus and Elizabeth took him under his wings, and have been teaching him to be a beloved pet. He's still timid and lacking many resources that we take for granted in our well-socialized Leos. But he's making fast progress, and we're hoping that he'll eventually become a therapy dog like his mentors.
Lastly, we're going to bring up Rusty, who was just rehomed on Monday, to my very good friends, Polly and Edwin Sarsfield.
Rusty is the 8-year-old litter mate of Polly and Edwin's dog, Tierney, who had died of osteosarcoma 2 years ago.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah, there you go. Rusty was just placed in his forever home on Monday. He's our newest rescue. Thanks to his foster parents, Mathesons and Townsend, who fostered him after finding him abandoned in North Carolina. Matt, Susan, could you stand up for a moment? There she is.
We have one last gift that we would like to give this group. It is a certificate of recognition for your support to Leonberger Rescue, which represents compassion and kindness to all Leonbergers needing a forever home. I'd also like to thank Pat Choice for donating the toys that are attached to the certificate. Thank you, Pat.